Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. Tonight it's the Monday night cast. We're going up at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. But if you want to watch these guys in their past videos at LAC Comedy on YouTube, you can just go to 6 p.m. on Mondays and see all their shows. Some of these guys have been with me for quite a long time. Some switch groups, so you might see them on a different team. But we got a great team today. My name's Ken Scove. I'm the founder and owner of the LA Connection. We're celebrating our 44th year of dishing out fine comedy improv. We've gone virtually into your homes now, live streaming. Perhaps you might be, on your cell phone at the beach. Who knows where you are watching us? Comments, our chat's open, so if you want to make any comments, we greatly appreciate that. And we got some great games today. We have a talk show. It's an unusual talk show. We have a five-couple switch game. We have a tag team competition. We have some advice coming in, and I also have the Reality House, which is a takeoff of a Big Brother. So we're very excited to be projecting into your living room and having fun with you today. Let's go out and now find out who our cast is tonight, starting with Emily May.
Hey guys, thanks for coming.
Inger.
Hello. Hey, how y'all doing out there?
And Mark.
This will be a fun night.
And Bobby. Yes, Bobby doesn't move much. And Patricia.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
And Hunter.
So,
Brandon.
What's going on?
Gina.
This is the first 6:30 show that I've done where it's still light outside. So shout out to Daylight Savings Time for at least not screwing us over in that way.
Mary Beth.
If you see me winking, it's because I've got something in my eye. I'm not signaling for help.
Okay. Well, thank you for all your fine comments as we open the show. We're now going to go into a talk show, and I'm going to randomly be giving them very odd, eclectic things that they could do. None of this would be real, of course, and that's what's going to make it so much fun. So let's bring all the players up right now and start off with Emily May. Emily May, let's find a good thing for you. Let's see. Emily May, you have a third ear that can hear up to a mile away. How did you realize that you had this power?
Well, you see, Kent, it was a rather interesting day because I was walking down the park, like I normally do, 1, 2, red, blue, 1, 2, red, blue, walking my dog Skippy and Foo-Foo, and I noticed that I heard some people going, "Wow, that's a really weird hairstyle. Why is she bumping it so far in the back?" Turns out they were a whole mile away.
Oh my golly, that is funny. So you can hear. What's one of the weirdest things you've ever heard a mile away?
Oh, buddy. I have so many weird things that I heard up to a mile away. Let me tell you. I was walking the other day, I was walking to Starbucks to get a mango dragon fruit refresher, add raspberry, add guava juice, light ice, and to get an avocado bagel. And suddenly I heard someone say, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh my God, what is that? Someone's dying." But I heard the birth of a baby.
Oh my golly. Well, I imagine you've heard some things you don't want to hear as well.
I believe my motto is everything is heard for a reason.
Oh, well, that's a good motto. That will keep you out of trouble or maybe get you in some. Who knows? Well, thank you, Emily May. I'm going to move over to Inger now. Inger, so this is really weird. You're over 1,000 years old. This is just amazing, Inger. I mean, you must have some great stories. Can you give us a couple stories if you're 1,000 years old?
I certainly can. And thank you so much for the compliment. There are people who tell me I look only 500. So I just want you to know. But anyway, and that is actually for my regime that I have, which is that, first of all, I never associate with anything except young men because old men make you old. So that's one of the things I do. So my limit right now is probably 175. Nobody over 175 I'm dating at this particular time. That is one of my secrets. The other thing is eat a lot of meat. Meat, it gives you yang. You see, and you need, when you get very old, you need a lot of yang. So that's what I do. I do yang and young men. That's my thing.
Now, when you said you only date men maybe going down to 175, I've never even met anybody even over 100. So where do you find these men that are 175 years old?
Oh, that's very easy. There is a club which is senior citizens. It's a group thing where that senior citizen addicts, sex addicts. That's my favorite one. That's actually the one I like the best because there you meet guys who are really active. So that's the Senior Citizen Sex Addicts Anonymous. That's where I meet.
Well,
them.
if I get up there in the years, I'm definitely gonna be looking that up, and maybe I'll find you at one of those meetings. Let's move over now to Mark. Mark, I read on your profile that you live by only eating tree bark. Now, how is that possible?
Well, Ken, I mean, tree bark has so many nutrients, and I mean it has that crunch. So you can just savor the flavor. My favorite is probably the maple tree. Oh, it's so good. Delicious.
What other trees do you like to eat? What other tree barks? Like, we think of like French fries, different kind of potatoes. There must be different kind of barks that you like.
Well, I'm really into oak right now. Oak, you just season it and saute it, and oh man, the flavors, and the best part is it just cleans you out. Like if you're backed up, eat that oak and then boom, explosion.
Wow. So you just said you saute it and season it. So you rip the bark off the tree and then kind of like pan fry it in some seasoning? Is that what you do?
Yeah, no, pan frying is like the way to go. I mean, I did get the Ninja air fryer, and that is amazing. I mean, you can dehydrate it, you can roast it. I mean, so many options with bark. Oh, and by the way, I have my YouTube channel coming out for all the other people that like to eat wood and bark as well. So different recipes will be on there.
Mm-hmm. Well, the only guy I remember who would eat bark is Yul Gibbons, and that's maybe a little bit before your time. Everybody else, he actually really ate bark, but you only eat bark, which is amazing. So
he's a legend.
Congratulations on that.
He's a legend. He's my hero. So big shout out.
Well, let's move on now to, I believe it's going to be Bobby's going to be next. Yeah, Bobby. So I understand, Bobby, you ate a hot dog that was a mile long. How did you do that?
Yes. Wow. It's probably one of my greatest accomplishments. I just started eating it. I found a mile-long hot dog at this place that makes them, and not everyone can eat them. And I just started chewing, and I ate it. It kind of changed my life. Now, how
long did it take you? Obviously, you walked. Taking bites for a mile. You continued to walk until you got to the end of the hot dog. How long did it take you to get to the end?
I did it in about 1 hour, which is a great time for me. I did it in an hour, ate it, and I feel like I can fly now. Once you've eaten a mile-long hot dog, that's it. You can do anything. Sky's the limit.
Well, I understand at the end of the hot dog, there was your future bride. And when you took your last bite, you guys got to kiss for the first time, and now you're married and you live in a giant hot dog house.
Yeah, it's hard to find someone that you just click with, and
Hmm.
we're just really into hot dogs, and we had this thing that I was gonna eat the mile long hot dog, and then we kiss and get married. And yes, we are living in a hot dog house. We have a hot dog bed, and I just made my hot dog toothbrush, so it's really good too.
Wow. Wow. And I understand that all the hot dogs are kosher.
Oh, of course, yeah, has to be kosher.
Okay.
Um,
That's good.
uh,
Well, thank you, Bobby. That's
yes.
good. I mean, you look good for a guy who just ate a hot dog that was a mile long. Let's move on and see who's next. I think it could be Patricia. Yes, it's Patricia. Patricia, now I understand you only sleep on water. You don't sleep on any other surfaces. You just sleep on water.
I do, and occasionally when I get cold, I use lily pads because I have them around. If I get a little cold, so I use them as my cushion. But I do sleep on water. It's rejuvenating. I feel that it's anti-aging. I have a great, my immune system has been built up from it. I feel fantastic. And then occasionally also, if I have events or I have like guests over and they spend the night, I do bring out some tulip leaves. We can, cocoon in them. Sometimes some leaves, tree leaves are also really good. Maple tree leaves. I borrowed some from Mark once.
Mm-hmm. Now, I understand this happened. I know you had a waterbed as a child growing up, and then the waterbed exploded, but you continued to float on top of the water. Is that a true story?
It is actually very true. It was actually, what happened was I was at my boyfriend's house, and we were in the midst of personal things, and it exploded.
Yeah.
And he sunk, I floated. And so it was miraculous. But yeah. It was wonderful.
I didn't know that part of the story. So you guys were doing the nasty, and obviously it got out of hand, and he exploded the waterbed, and he sank, and you floated.
He sank. I floated. It was lovely, though. It was a lovely experience.
Did you pull him up, or did he die under this terrible?
No, when the water actually flooded out, he managed to get up. He did have CPR necessary, but it was okay because I was there for all that. I'm CPR trained, so.
Wow. Well, that's just amazing that you can actually sleep on water without sinking. That's just a miracle. I find that just unbelievable.
I'm special.
Thank you, Patricia. Now we're going to move on. I believe it's going to be Hunter's next. And Hunter, you actually live in a rabbit hole. How did that get started for you?
Okay, well, when I was a kid, I was really obsessed with the Trix rabbit, and eating all those little bits, and so then I was like, well, where does the Trix rabbit live? So then I dug this huge, massive, rabbity hole in my backyard, and then I just kind of boop, inside of it, and I made myself a little rabbit cocoon, and I've been there ever since. I'm actually right now inside of it. This is just a blue screen to keep all the little buggies and my other little raccoon and rabbit friends while I do this.
Now I understand you can actually communicate with the rabbits. How do you do that?
Oh yes, of course I can. So when I made my little rabbit hole, I made it so large that 50 rabbit families now live with me. And I kind of take care of their little babies. And I talk to them like this. And then they kind of just look at me, but I know that they understand me. And I love it. I love my.
What was it you just said? That little thing you just did? What did you say to the rabbits?
I told them that they're all beautiful, and I love them so much, nice. And also that I'm really hungry, so they gotta start making their food, start.
Well, you can probably get a hot dog from Bobby. Hey, thank you, Hunter. Thank you very much. Let's move on now to Brandon, I believe is the next one. And Brandon, I understand. Let's think of something really fun for you. You can bring people back to life, anything, people, bugs, birds, animals, anything that's living, even a plant that dies, I understand. You can bring a plant back to life. How do you do that?
Hi, Ken. Thanks for having me. I see these things, whether it's plants or people or whatever, and I just fuse my energy into it. You know what I mean? I just give my soul to it. And that just injects it with life.
Now, what's the last thing you brought back to life?
My entire family.
Wow. Now, how did they all passed at the same time?
Yes, in a car accident. I was there.
Oh, but it didn't kill you, and you were able to bring everybody back to life. And I understand you bring them back to life, and they look exactly the way they did before the car accident. You can get rid of all the scarring, any broken bones, any other injuries.
Full recovery.
That is amazing. And you did something with a bird. Can you tell us what you did with the bird that you found?
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, man, Toucan Sam. He was such a good fella, and it was so sad. He dove into the what he thought was the water, but it was actually the Boise State football stadium, because you know how the stadium's blue. And it dove into the stadium. It thought it was water, and it just smashed into it. And I saw the bird, and man, its lifeless body, and I just gave it what it needed. I gave it those things, Kent.
Thank you, Brandon. You know, if I ever die, well, hopefully I'll try and get a hold of you before I actually die, but maybe you have something to do with Inger living 1,000 years and you're just holding back on that. But I don't know. Maybe you know Inger. Let's move on now to Gina. So Gina, I understand you have super strength. You're like one of the strongest people in the world. You can lift buildings, you can lift cars, you can lift mountains. How do you do that?
You know, I've found over the years that strength really comes from within. Though I'm a small person in stature, I am large in what I can do. And that's really my motto, honestly. It's not about the muscles you have, but it's about where your mind is at. If you can channel the energy from the room, from the ground, center yourself and you can do anything. Namaste.
Well, there's a story that I saw on the internet that there was a cruise ship that got into a low area and got stuck in kind of some mud. And you were actually on that cruise and you were able to lift the entire cruise ship up and bring it all the way to the shoreline. Is that true?
Well, what they didn't tell you about the story, because they didn't want this getting out into the public, you know, is actually I got into the water and I willed the ship ashore. I just kind of I got into the water behind the ship and I put all of my energy forth and there it went, right back onto the shore.
And what would be the heaviest item you've ever lifted?
I mean, my training regimen, just to keep myself in shape, I just go down the street, I lift up everyone's car. It's mostly Priuses because I live in LA, so that's not really much of a challenge. But now that Tesla's come out with this new truck, I have been working on those. I've got a few of them in my backyard. I'm just kind of working on juggling them. I would say that's, I mean, it's not the heaviest, but it's probably the most impressive because I'm pretty impressed that I'm juggling Tesla trucks.
Well, they also use you sometimes for building demolition.
Correct. That's my main source of income. Honestly, it's my day job.
Well, thank you, Gina. If I ever need to move something very large, like I have a fountain in my backyard, I might call you and ask you if you can move that. It's not that heavy.
Oh, I love fountains.
We can't move it.
Fountains call to me, so I'm ready.
Okay. Well, you'll be getting a call from our producers. Let's move now to Mary Beth. So Mary Beth, you're one of the most fascinating of all of them. You can time travel. You can go to the future and you can go to the past. Give us some experience you've had maybe going back in time first.
Well, my goodness, I don't even know which experience to visit first. But I think I am going to visit the day that the high-heeled shoe for women was invented, because that was the day that changed the world for women everywhere, especially me. If you know me, I'm a little small person, and to be able to have high-heeled shoes, it's just incredible. It puts me over the 5-foot mark, and it's amazing. And it means that it's kind of expanded my dating pool. Now I can date men who are 6'3", and it doesn't look weird or anything. So yeah, so I went back and visited that, and it was these little elf guy, shoemaker guy, that I think it was a joke. I couldn't quite understand what he was saying because he was speaking Elvish.
I think
but,
a lot of men would probably have
yeah, it was
Achilles
incredible.
tendon problems.
Experience, just
Well, let me ask you this.
well,
now going forward in time, forward in time, what happens?
Yes. Oh my goodness. The thing with traveling forward in time that you have to understand is, like Charles Dickens said, these are just shadows of what might be. They may be averted. I try not to bring too many things back to the present because I don't want to disrupt the organic natural flow of mankind or of the planet. But I will say this. Your AI is watching you, and it's learning from you constantly. In fact, it's watching me right now. And in about 50 years, that's going to start to be a problem. You're going to have people driving off of cliffs because they're following their GPS, and GPS just takes them that way. You're going to find that you go to start your computer, but somehow it has taken control of your mind, and now it's starting you. So, again, shadows of what might be. Just keep an eye out. Maybe don't link up everything in the world.
Yeah, I know the only one for sure, 50 years. I'm sure a few of the panel will be alive in 50 years. I'm not sure about myself, but I know Inger will be there, so she'll be able to identify everything that's happening over the next probably 1,000 years. Hey, listen, you guys have been a marvelous, eclectic bunch of people on my talk show. I couldn't find a better bunch of people, and maybe we'll come back and have some of you back on to tell us more of your experiences. And thank you for playing Kent's talk show. All right, we're going to move on. Everybody can stay here for a second because we're going to move on to 5-couple switch. So I'm going to pair up 4 of them, and then one of them will be a solo act. And I'll pair them up first, and then I'll explain how the game works so they can all get into character. So Brandon and Emily May, you'll be on a bad honeymoon. A honeymoon gone bad. So go ahead and put on honeymoon, bad honeymoon next to your name and minimize yourself. The next one is going to be Lost in the Woods, and that's going to be Bobby and Hunter. To be lost with Bobby, I'm sorry for you, Hunter. You're going to be in trouble with Bobby out there. So Lost in the Woods, go ahead and minimize yourself, Bobby. All right, and then we have a life coach. Inger is Patricia's life coach. Okay, so just put up life coach, and you two can minimize yourself. Mary Beth, you'll be doing the solo act. You'll be doing a how-to. So it's kind of like a tutorial kind of thing, you know, how to put on makeup or how to cook or how to, you make your own. It's your own how-to, so you can figure out whatever you want to do. Just put a how-to next to your name. And go ahead and minimize yourself there, Inger. And then the last one's going to be a ghost town. And Gina and Mark, somehow you're in a ghost town. Okay, so that will be team number 5. So you guys can minimize yourself. All right, the way this game is played is I'm going to have the first couple come out in just a second. They're going to be on a bad honeymoon. And I'm going to give them an opening line. So you're going to start the scene with that opening line. Then what I'll do is I'll switch sometime during the scene. I'll take the last line from that pair and give it to the next pair. And we'll just keep passing that through until each team goes around 3 times and they can kind of arc their story to see where it may go. So I'm going to bring out now the bad honeymoon team. I'm going to be minimizing myself, and I'm going to be giving you guys your opening line. So let's, Brandon, okay, your opening line is, "This is not what I thought it was going to be," and that's Emily May.
This is not what I thought it was gonna be, babe. I wanted to take my pretty lady to a nice honeymoon, and what did we get? Garbage.
Garbage? You thought that was garbage? I told you I didn't want to go to Disney World in the first place.
Who doesn't want to go to Disney World? Communists!
Did you see that kid get eaten by by the gators are eating kids out there. These gators are eating kids.
It's the animal kingdom. It's not Oz, babe.
Oh, get out of here. I just wanted to go to Frank's. You know how much we love going to Frank's.
You always go to Frank's. Why can't you venture out for once?
Oh, give me a break, sweetheart.
Switch. Lost in Woods. Give me a break.
Just give me a break, okay? Like, we're in the woods. I didn't mean to poop so close to the tent, okay? I had to go.
You know how disgusting that is, and oh God, you know how gross I am out about that stuff.
Yeah, you're grossed out about that stuff? Okay. How about yesterday when you went swimming in the lake and came back like covered in like mud and like I don't even know what else. Came back to the tent like that and you were fine because you're like, "Oh, we're in the woods."
Yeah, exactly. We're in the woods, and actually I thought that would be like kind of a turn on, you know, out in the woods and we're dirty, but you poop? That's disgusting.
Yeah, I poop. I'm like, I have to poop. This isn't like Naked and Afraid. I'm not like attracted to like mud men. Like, what are you? I'm from New York City. You think I want to be out in the woods with a mud man?
Yeah, I actually.
A mud man.
Yeah, I am a mud man. Ooh,
Ugh.
I'm going to rescue you.
Oh,
Ooh.
ew.
Switch.
Rescue me.
I'm going to rescue you. Life coach. I'm going to rescue you.
I'm going to rescue you. You know, one of the first things you must know is that it is true that we can Zoom from the bed, but you cannot stay in the bed, sweetheart. You know, it has now been 3 months, and we've got to get out of bed.
But I miss my puppy, and I want my puppy back, and I don't want to do anything until I get a puppy or I get my puppy back. I just don't feel like this is worth it anymore if I don't have my puppy.
Yes, I can see this is an existential thing, really. It's a very existential. But first, maybe what we do is we get the puppy out of the bed, right? And then you follow the puppy out of the bed. And then we will have another session talking about how we now are with the puppy out of the bed. Yes?
Can we go get treats and ice cream and can we get drunk? Then I'll get out of bed.
Well, I actually think that's one of my better ideas is getting really drunk. Because
Switch. I actually think that's one of my better ideas, the how-to. I actually think that's one of my better ideas.
I actually think that's one of my better ideas because I think that really the shrilling chicken is an instrument that anybody can play. It's so easy. First of all, you simply open the package, shrilling chicken, and you take it out of its convenient mesh bag. You're going to want to keep this as the case to put your chicken back in later. And then any song you want to do, for example, the Beautiful Blue Danube. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, any song. There's the possibilities are endless. Mary had a little.
The possibilities are endless.
Mary had a little lamb.
We got to get your camera to turn on. Ghost Town.
The possibilities are endless.
What do you mean by endless? You mean that the possibilities are endless in the fact that we are the only two people, apparently in the entire world, because we don't see a single soul around. The possibilities are not endless, I would not say.
Right. Like, yeah, it's a ghost town because we are looking for ghosts. I mean, this place is filled with ghosts. You said you wanted to...
When you told me we were in a ghost town this morning, that's not what I thought you meant. You could have clarified. I've been really scared all day.
Yeah, because I didn't want to like freak you out because I know like how afraid you are of ghosts, but I thought like how cool would it be? Like we can videotape these ghosts and be like superstar YouTubers.
Okay.
Switch. We can be superstar YouTubers, the Bad Honeymoon. We can be superstar YouTubers.
We could be superstar YouTubers, but you got us here going to Disneyland on these rides I don't even want to be on. God!
So I love the Epcot ball. What's wrong with me? Tell me.
What's wrong with you? Oh, what's wrong with you? Everything is wrong with you. You can't even
Switch.
cook.
Everything is wrong with you. Lost in the woods. Everything is wrong with you.
Literally everything. You're gonna say everything's wrong with me. Everything's wrong with you. Okay, taking the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, I'm trying to help. Look, I've got my metal detector here, and I'm trying to find our way back home, and you're just yelling at me, and it's not fair.
Okay, go find your way back home. I'm gonna do some light reading. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, is that? Are you taking a shot at me because I don't look like that?
Definitely not. You know, he's not covered in mud, so it's hardly you. He's not even recognizable as you.
Huh. I can bathe in the river if you want. I feel very threatened right now, actually.
You feel threatened
Switch.
by what?
I feel very threatened right now. The life coach. I feel very threatened right now.
Well, I really feel very threatened right now. It feels like I am not reaching you. So, now I had 2 glasses of wine. I mean,
You're reaching me 100%. I'm out of bed. I went and picked up another bottle. I'm good. You've done me a great service, young lady. Oh, actually, yes, my life coach. You've done me a great service. I'm feeling fabulous with this.
Switch. I'm feeling fabulous. How to? I'm feeling fabulous.
I'm feeling fabulous, and you are going to feel fabulous too when you reach this point where you are ready to add a second instrument. You can play songs like Seven Nation Army. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Now you're going to have to practice a lot. It won't come easily, but really it's attainable. Just, you want to drink some wine and have your chicken ready to go and your tambourine and what's that? I think somebody just rang my doorbell.
Switch. What's that? I think somebody just rang my doorbell. Ghost Town.
What's that? I think somebody just rang my doorbell. You said that's a ghost town.
Oh my God. Look at it over there. It's shaking. The door is shaking.
It's shaking, yeah. Okay, so what do we do, Mr. Ghost Hunter? Bring us to the ghost town?
I didn't think there would actually be ghosts here. I thought it would be maybe the possibility. Now I'm fucking freaking out.
You were trying to use this.
Switch.
Oh my God!
I'm fucking freaking out. I'm fucking freaking out. Bad honeymoon.
I'm fucking freaking out. I got to meet Princess Diana, the happiest day of my life.
That's the happiest day of your life. What about
That's
when?
the happiest day of my life.
Oh, when I didn't get down on a knee for you, that wasn't the happiest day of your life, huh?
You're selfish in bed.
Oh, I'm
Switch. You're selfish in bed. Lost in the woods. Let's see how that works out.
You're selfish in bed, all right?
Yeah, I have to be. Because literally, you're always, even when we're not in the woods, you're covered in mud. Why? Why? How am I supposed to do anything in bed with you when you're just mud?
It feels nice. I'm trying to open your mind.
Excuse me?
Switch.
What?
I'm trying to open your mind. Life coach. I'm trying to open your mind.
I'm trying to open your mind. When I took the course, they taught me how to do that, and I don't know why it's not working.
I gotta tell you, I like hanging out with you because my mind is wide open. And so are 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles are wide open.
Oh, can we have a toast, please?
Absolutely. I got some weed being delivered soon, too.
Switch. I got some weed being delivered soon. Ghost Town. I mean, I'm sorry, the how to. I got some weed being delivered. How to. Let's see how you work that in.
I got some weed being delivered, but that wasn't it. Do you know who that was? That was my stupid neighbor called the cops because apparently the shrilling chicken makes a lot of noise and keeps her stupid kid up. So Stupid thin walls, stupid neighbor. So I'm just gonna, I know when I'm not appreciated, I am just gonna put my shrilling chicken back in the, see, this is why I kept the mesh bags. I knew it. Stupid. Where's my stupid weed? Man, I'll tell you what, I am just not appreciated. People do not appreciate me like they should.
Man, I am just not appreciated. Ghost Town. Man, I'm just not appreciated.
Man, I am just not appreciated, dude. You know what? You bring me here. That thing that jumped on me, you said this was to be romantic and adventurous, and I just don't think that this is gonna work out. Oh my God, this thing's coming back, man. I can't with you. I'm not appreciated in this relationship. I can't.
But babe, look, it's gonna bring us like so much closer because like we're gonna rely on everybody, like us together. And look, like Fido, he's going to save us. Look, we gotta like stick together because there's a lot of noises out here. And
you'll never make it. You'll never make it. You two are gonna have ghost sex tonight, okay? Have fun with that. And that's 5-couple switch. That dog is not a ghost. Okay, now I'm gonna bring out the tag team competition team, which is gonna be Brandon and Mark, Emily May and Hunter. And what this game is Hunter and Emily May are the same lady, and Mark and Brandon are the same guy. Now, they can tag in and tag out like tag team wrestling. So let's say I start with Mark and Emily May, and now Brandon wants to come in, and he'll just come in, and then Mark will have to minimize himself, and then Brandon will be doing that particular character and continuing the scene where the last one left off. Same thing with Hunter and Emily May. Hunter wants to come in, she just comes in, and then it would make Emily May have to minimize herself. So the story for your story is going to be is that you guys are going to be on this particular one, you're going to be on your first date together, okay? Your first date together. So Mark and Emily May will stay out here, and Hunter and Brandon will minimize themselves. I will also minimize myself and be making my calls of all the different characters that you can be doing, because I'm going to change these two to different kind of characters, but the scene will always be about the first date. So we'll start out with 2 hillbillies on their first date together.
Well, it's so good that you're coming out to my fishing boat, and I gotta say, you look much better than your pictures.
Well, when Mom showed me your picture and said, "This here's your cousin," oh, I jumped right on that.
Well, you know, what I like is that, if we do end up and this progresses and we get married, like, we got to know everybody in the wedding party.
I was thinking the same thing. And you know what else I was thinking? I was thinking we could use this here fishing boat and catch ourselves a good old baby.
Oh, I like.
Man, I would like a good old baby. I haven't had a baby in like 3 weeks.
Oh man, those babies though, right out of the water.
Have you ever had a piglet?
Oh,
Continuous nerds. You're nerds.
I mean, like, when don't I eat piglets?
I think like we should just like figure out like the perfect equation, like that you and me together is one.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. However, I'm a virgin and equations make me nervous.
I'm also a virgin, and I'm hoping like we can not be virgins anymore.
You said virgin like 3 times.
Have you ever done the quadratic equation like in your sleep?
Stop.
It's like so
Foreign accents of your choice and speaking in English. Foreign accent of your choice.
Oh yes, the quadratic equation.
Quadratic equation is the best equation there is.
With a nice breadstick.
Oh yeah, I love doing the equation when I'm in my slippies before bed.
Oh yeah, like the best equation is when it's like you plus you equals me. That is the best.
Well, you know, I was making pretzel breads the other day, and I was thinking to myself, if only I had someone to twist my doll with.
Continue, but act like you're talking to a dog.
Oh, I love that idea. Oh, look at you with that good idea.
That's such a good idea. Man, you're a good little. Have you?
Who's a good boy? Who's gonna get a second date, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm gonna get a second date. I'm gonna get a second date.
Oh.
I'm gonna get a second date.
Oh, and you're gonna get so much sex later. Oh, you're gonna get so much sex later.
Who's gonna roll over? Who's gonna roll over on their back? Yes, you are.
I think someone earned a WALK.
Musical.
Well,
And I go on a second date with you. We are going to finally do more than just I fuck.
Finally, I won't be a virgin anymore.
And then I'll have someone touch my body for the first time. Touch my body. Have someone touch my body for the first time. For the first time.
I think that I will touch your body. I think I wanna be with you. I wanna spend every waking moment
with you.
All right, that's very nice. Tag team competition. The classic line, roll over on your back. The old dog line, roll over on your back. Had a little double meaning there. Quite clever there, Mark. Okay, I'll give you a point on that one, okay? All right, you guys go ahead and minimize yourself. We're going to be doing some two-headed advice. I'm going to bring out my first two people, Mary Beth and Bobby, and they're going to be giving me advice. Now, keep in mind, Bobby, I think Mary Beth's on a slight delay, so just wait for her when you say your one word. She's coming up any moment now. There she is. Okay. All right. So your first question I'd like to ask you is, how can I find true love? And they have to answer one word at a time. How can I find true love, Bobby?
Well,
It's
very
easy
to
do
what
comes
out.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure if you answered my question there, how to find true love. Something that just comes out. I'm not sure what comes out of what. Maybe I need a genie. Okay, here's your next question. How can I meet new friends? Let's start with Mary Beth.
the
Only
way
to
meet
new
friends
is
to
certainly
use
of course
cocaine.
booze.
Okay, so basically I have to meet new friends by offering them cocaine. I didn't realize "of course" was one word. I'm going to be looking that up later to see if that is an actual word, of course. All right, well, I've got one more thing with you. How do I deal with my in-laws, Bobby?
By
Poisoning
them
with
with
arsenic.
So I have to poison them
In.
with arsenic. I have to have two withs in that. Obviously, there's some sort of a functional. You know, these are like bots. These people, and obviously we need to send them back to the machine to have them looked at. I think there's some wires missing, especially in that Bobby one. Okay, I'm going to minimize you two. I'm going to bring on two other experts to see if these guys are up to speed. Gina and Patricia. And supposedly they've just been worked over by our mechanic. So I'm hoping, I mean, this one still thinks she's a life coach. That's how crazy she is. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. What would be the best way for me to break up with someone? Gina?
Well,
You
obviously,
need
therapy.
sex.
Oh, okay, so I'm the one who needs therapy. I want to break up with someone, so I'm the one who needs the therapy. Okay, coming from two ladies. Okay, all right. So I'm the one who needs therapy. All right, well, listen, let's do this one. How do I deal with a bully? Patricia.
Jump
Him.
with
Jump him. You want me to jump the bully and get myself beaten, the pulp out of me? I'm not so sure about these two out of the manufacturer. All right, listen. I moved to a new town. How can I find a place to live? Gina?
Craigslist.
Amazon,
Singlefriends.com.
the paper,
And
neighbors.
Okay, you pretty much did the whole gamut. I didn't realize, I think that someone said the two words again. I'm beginning to think I'm going to send you back for repair. Okay, so thank you two. Go ahead and go back into the back room. We're going to have your brains looked at. Let's bring out our final one, Inger and Mary Beth. Since Mary Beth was functional, we decided to give her another chance, but we're really looking inside Bobby's head, and we're finding some really messed up wires. Okay, so now we're looking for Inger, who looks fabulously fashionista. So I'm hoping they dressed her to be a fantastic expert for me. Mary Beth, we're letting you come back because we realized Bobby was the one who was blowing your answers. Okay, so now here we go. I'm caught in a lie. What should I do? Inger?
You must lie,
and
keep
on
lying.
and
So just,
Then
I think I got it. You just want me to lie and cheat more. So if I'm caught in a lie, just lie and cheat even more. I'm not sure that's the best advice, but I'll keep that in mind because that may work. How do I deal with a bad roommate? Mary Beth?
you
must
poison
the
vodka.
So
and
you want me to poison the vodka? I think that's enough. Mary Beth has got, I think they put her on some sort of cycle where every answer has to do with poison if you don't like the people. Because she had me poisoning my in-laws, now I'm poisoning my roommate. So they must have put something in her mix there. Okay, here's one. A cop pulls me over. And a cop pulls me over. And I roll down the window, and he's coming up to the car. What should I say to him, Inger?
hello,
Look,
I
really
love
your
physique
mm-hmm.
and
Okay, so I love his physique. So now I'm going to just flatter the police officer, whether it be a man or a woman, saying I love their physique, and that should get me out of that So Poison the Roommate, Love the Physique, and I can't remember what the first one was, but it was absolutely crazy. Hey, thank you, too, for giving me such wonderful advice and correcting your almost 2-word start there, Inger. We will almost have to send you back for a little tune-up. Okay, let's bring everybody in right now. We're going to play a little game called Reality House as a takeoff of Big Brother. They've all been living in the same house for 30 days now, and we're bringing our camera crew back to talk to each and every one of them. So let me give the germaphobe is going to be Emily May today. So go ahead and go get in your germaphobe outfit. Okay. And let's see, I can't hear anymore. Can you guys hear me? I lost some audio. Okay, there we go. Now I've got something back. Okay, then I couldn't hear them for a second. Okay, and let's have the accident prone is going to be Bobby today. So Bobby, go ahead and get accident prone. Brandon, you're going to have anger issues. Okay. And Mary Beth, you're going to be the house gossip. And macho asshole is Mark today. You guys can minimize yourself once I go ahead and get off screen, because I'll bring you all back in. Let's see. Gina, you get to be the nymphomaniac today. I've given that to almost all the ladies, so now it's your turn. And Patricia, you're going to be a kleptomaniac. I know that bottle of wine wasn't yours. I know you stole it in the earlier scene. Inger, you're going to be needy and neurotic. Needy and neurotic. Okay. And Hunter, you're going to be very nosy. Very nosy. Okay. So go ahead and minimize yourself. Mark, you should minimize yourself as well because we see you still. So if you can minimize your, he's going and getting all of his asshole stuff. I'd like to see what he goes back with his asshole stuff. So, you know, these people, as I say, have been living with each other for 30 days. There's a lot of tension in the house. There's a lot of stuff going on in the house. And we're going to bring everybody in right now, and I'm going to kind of interview them all and kind of find out what is going on in their house that they've been all living in. So let's bring everybody into the main room now, the big living room, where I can kind of get to talk with each and every one of you. You can all come on in now. That's wonderful. Okay, make sure you're on mute still, Inger. And Mary Beth, as soon as we can see you, I do want to talk to you because you're the gossip of the house. And I'd like you to tell us what's going on. What have you seen so far in the last 30 days?
Well, I've seen so much in 30 days. I have an entire notebook of notes about these crazy people that I live with. I mean, first of all, Bobby, accident prone, or is he? Do we think it's an accident, or do we think it was maybe an on purpose? Maybe Hunter over there getting a little nosy, got in his way. He was reaching for something, and she right there, and he tripped, and then he went down a thing of stairs. So, I mean, and maybe possibly nosy Hunter was put up to it by that crazy asshole Mark. Mark is such a jerk, man. Like Bobby went, you know, arse over tits down the stairs, and Mark could not stop laughing. And I swear he had it planned the whole time. And then, of course, you know, Brandon up and then screaming.
Okay, I'm going to move on to somebody else because we're getting a little audio. We're getting a little audio difficulties. You're kind of cutting in and out a little bit, so I'm just going to have you stop for 1 second now. Let's go. So Bobby, she's talking about you falling down the stairs.
Can you hear me?
Who do you think pushed you down the stairs? Yes, Mary Beth, go ahead and minimize yourself now. Or, not minimize, but turn on your mute. All right, Bobby. So what exactly happened there?
Well, I think she is right. Hunter was conveniently standing in front of the stairs when I was walking by, and her foot seemed to be conveniently out for me to trip over and fall down the stairs when everyone knows I am already accident prone. You know, so it's very easy for me to trip, especially when a foot is out by Hunter.
Okay, so Hunter, you heard what he said. Did you actually push or trip Bobby so he fell down the stairs?
I didn't trip Bobby. Okay, all of you. I don't even know where you're getting this story from. First of all, look at Bobby's glasses. They're like, the prescription is like for a 90-year-old man. Like, how are you trusting him to see who I am? But I was just walking down the staircase, you know, just kind of like, you know, poking through things, not really poking through, just kind of moseying through the house. And then I saw Brandon screaming at Emily May about something. I mean, I wasn't really listening. Okay. I wasn't listening at all, but I heard that like Emily May was like pouring Clorox like all over his gym bag. Just because it smelled so bad. And I didn't, again, I'm not trying to listen to anything. So like, I was just in the stairwell. I didn't put my foot out for blind Bobby to fall down the stairs. I did not, Bobby. That wasn't me. I was just conveniently in the right place when I heard Brandon just screaming shit. Maniac.
Okay, let's go to Brandon. All right, so Brandon, obviously we know you got some anger issues and that you don't like Bobby, so perhaps you did push him down the stairs, even though he thinks it was Hunter because she was there. But Bobby, let's go into with Emily May. You went into her room, Brandon. You went into her room, Brandon, and you weren't supposed to go in there, and that's why she sprayed you down with Clorox. Is that correct?
I went into her room because she took my stress ball. She knows how stressed I get, and she thought it'd be funny. Let's take his fucking stress ball and take it from him because I didn't wipe it down or whatever. So I go into her room, right? And then Bobby, oh my God, yo, Bobby, dude, I don't know what it is, but you need to get some new glasses or whatever it is because you're just all over the place, man. You're all over the place. Like, move. You see me walk and move, man. Anyway, I go into Emily May's room, and I see, you want to know what I see in there, actually? You want to know what I see?
Yeah, what did you see?
One of Mark's dumbbells were in there. Why are they in Emily May's room, huh? Huh?
Interesting. Well, we might find out that in just a second. But I want to let you know, Brandon, that Emily May might have had your anger ball, your stress ball in her room. But actually, she got it back to give back to you because Patricia, the kleptomaniac, stole your anger ball, your stress ball, and she also stole some of Emily May's Clorox. So Emily May caught her, and she offered to give her the ball so that she wouldn't get caught. But isn't that true, Patricia, that you've been stealing from some of the people here?
Well, I wouldn't really call it stealing. See, here's the thing. People leave things laying around, so I'm just going to feel free to help myself. I mean, nobody wants this cute little star dish, and I found a bag of chocolate chips, and no one's claiming them, so I'm taking them. That's
the nymphos. Those are the nymphos. You went into the nymphos room and took them. In fact, you took more from the nympho. You took her underwear and her brassiere because you were jealous of her because she's getting it on with the macho asshole.
Well, she's so lucky. Why can't I just keep the chocolate chips and she can get whatever she wants, you know? Whatever, her bras are really cute too. They look good on me. So.
Yeah, well, I understand that you and Bobby are kind of hooking up and you put a bra on Bobby.
Well, he does like to play a little, little fun games in the bedroom sometimes. And then we melt the chocolate and we get some strawberries and, we could do some fun things there, Bobby.
Well, I understand he tried to take your bra off and broke it and then fell on top of you and gave you a concussion.
Yeah, well, actually that and he hurt my back really bad. So now I can't really move around the house at night like I like to. So I'm kind of screwed.
Okay, well, let's go back. Let's go over to the nympho now. So Gina, obviously you are getting on with the macho asshole. We know that, and apparently you've been getting on with Brandon too, and you've been trying to get it on with Emily May, and she doesn't want you.
Well, that's actually what she'd like you to believe. But you know what? We take a shower together. We're nice and clean. She's denying this because she wants to keep this facade that everything she does is perfectly clean. But you know what? I know something she does that's not that clean, and we do it a lot. Just pointing that out. So I'm a little pissed to hear that Bobby's been having sex with somebody else, because that's not what he told me earlier. And this house is fucked up, man. Like, I don't trust any of you guys anymore because Mark was mine. And now Emily May is denying our whole relationship. Patricia doesn't want in on my Bobby relationship. I don't know, man. This whole thing is just driving me nuts.
Well, I understand that you and Brandon were getting it on, and Inger wanted to just come in and have someone to talk to, and you both started yelling at her and shouting at her.
Well, I wasn't yelling at her. I was actually, if I was yelling at her, it was enthusiastic yelling, because I just wanted to invite her over. You know, I kind of wanted her to come over. You know what I mean? I don't really get too into this because, you know, it's so hard, like, being on reality television anyways, and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but there's a lot of things happening that you guys don't see. Just saying.
Well, let's go over to Inger. So Inger, you kind of walked in on them doing the nasty, and what happened from that point on?
Well, I just think it was mean because they had said I could be part of it. And then when I got there, they wouldn't let me play. And I even brought like flowers in because I thought if I brought flowers, they would both like me better. And I just think it's really, really, they've all been really mean. Like Mark, for example. You know, I told him that he just wasn't like the nicest body I've ever seen. And I really need to be with a man like that. And he said, no. He said, no, I don't have time for you. It's like, I mean, what am I going to do? You know, I went to Brandon, and Brandon, he just yells. I mean, you know, I know that's kind of foreplay, but I didn't feel that good, actually. You know.
Now, when you walked in on Brandon, he was in some sort of an outfit. They played dress-up games. What were they both dressed up like?
Well, I think it was really fun. He was kind of like a baby. He had this little baby outfit and one of these little baby suckers in his mouth. And it was just really weird. And I thought, why would he do that? I mean, really? You know? I don't know. And she was like dressed as a policeman. And I thought, she's going to hit him, right? She's just going to hit this little baby. And it got me really, really stressed out. You know, I mean,
there's another thing. I can imagine that. I'm getting a little stressed out hearing it. But one other thing that I heard from Hunter, because she was outside the door when you tried to go in, is she says that Brandon's got a really small little unit. Is that true?
You know, I don't know because I never got to see anybody's, and so I can't compare. You know, I asked Mark if I could see his, and he wouldn't let me. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it looked okay to me, kind of.
Well, I probably didn't see Brandon's because it's so. I gotta laugh. It's so small, you can't find it. You can't find it. I can't help but laugh. That's just so bad. Oh, let's go over to Mark. Mark. I'm kind of losing it right now because of him. So, Mark, can you verify? Does he have a small weenie?
Oh yeah, Brandon has like a tiny one. I walked in the bathroom. He didn't like lock the door. He was taking a shower, and I was like, "Yo, are you talking that? Like that can't be real." But no, it's real. Bad. It's small.
Yeah, wow, that's terrible. Sorry, we're exposing you here, Brandon. Oh my God, it's just. Let me go back to, Hunter. Now, the Macho Man, the asshole, tried to get it on with you too. And what happened with you and him?
Well, you know, I don't like to kiss and tell, but I'm not nosy or anything. You know, I'm not like that kind of person. But his like little thing was like so small. Like Inger said, like I was looking around for it, and I had to get like my magnifying glasses. You know, those library glasses that are like this. And I was like,
Wait,
Brandon.
are we talking about Brandon or the Macho Guy now? Does he have a small one too, the Macho Guy?
Yeah, sorry, I got them confused because they're both really, really small. Like, and also I just kind of sleep with like everyone in the house, and like all the guys here just have really, really tiny little ding dongs. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm just telling the truth. He asked me. Yes, Mark.
You are lying about my man right now. You are lying about my man.
Girl, you're lying to yourself. I'm sorry that you got little toxic dick. Like, I'm sorry.
Boyfriend. Excuse me, bitch.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
You're like the Holland Tunnel. You're so wide.
Me?
Yeah, huge tunnel.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We should vote Hunter off.
Have you guys thought
all right.
Brandon
Well,
should
listen.
be cold?
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Tiny.
Just think about
I
that.
think I've
I really want to.
I think I've talked to. You want to talk? Go ahead. I'm afraid to let anybody else talk. I don't want to know any more about these small penises.
I just didn't get a turn yet, and I didn't think that was really fair. And
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and talk. Okay.
But I just want everyone in the house to be safe, and I just want everyone to be comfortable. Okay, sorry, thank you.
Well, no, I want to talk to you for a second. You sprayed down Bobby, but Mark's the barbell. Mark's barbell was in your room, according to Hunter. So, are you getting it on with Mark too? You're getting it on with him?
No, I'm not into men. Also, I just think it's nice for you to do little surprises for people. So sometimes I take the chlorine-free bleach and I'll clean people's things, and sometimes I'll take the Clorox that has chlorine and I'll clean other things, like Brandon's stress ball, because it's foam. It just gets a lot of dirt in it, and I just wanted to clean it from the inside.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, listen, did you want to say something, Nympho, before we leave? It's interesting how Nympho's in capital letters.
Well, I want everybody to know because I am here for the people. But okay. I just wanted to add, places she's pouring the Clorox, there are other holes she's pouring it into, all right? I just like to point that out while she's talking about it because I feel like she's not seeing everything. She made me let her give me a Clorox brand douche before we had any intercourse.
I'm sorry.
It hurt.
Oh my God.
It hurt.
Do you think I could tell anybody what to do? Do you think anyone would believe me if I told them what to do? I'm the beta.
I'm not listening. Babe, I listen to you. I'm here for you, girl. But that hurt, man. That hurt me.
So now you're bleached from the inside. Okay, that's a really good image. Listen, we're going to be leaving you all right now. We're going to come back in a month from now and see if anybody's still alive in the house and see if the men can get some hormonal, some sort of thing to extenders. You can go online and find extenders for all you guys, okay? And this has been Reality House, and this has been our show. So that's our show today. That's the Monday team. You guys did a fine show. We learned so much about all of you in that last scene. Of course, that's all fake. This is all just a big fake reality show. We know those guys are bigger than horses. And let's introduce our cast today. Emily May.
Thank you guys for coming. Oh my God, my voice. Thank you guys for coming.
It's the bleach. Inger.
Hey, hope you liked our show.
Yes, if anybody wants to make any comments, the chat's open. I always read the chat at the end. So if you liked what you saw, go ahead and throw some chat in there. Let's give it up for Mark.
Thanks for watching, guys.
And Bobby.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Patricia.
Thank you, and be safe out there.
Hunter.
Peace.
Brendan.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Gina.
Thank you for coming to our YouTube show. Hope to see you again next month.
And Mary Beth. She'll catch up by tomorrow. Mary Beth is kind of like the lockdown. It was supposed to be 15 days of freezing. Oh, she's talking.
Without researching it first, and definitely didn't.
And you've just seen what a bad Zoom call would look like. Thank you, Mary Beth. You'll be able to watch what we're talking about later. You're on a 48-second delay.
Look it up. Make sure it's safe.
See, she's still talking because she's on a delay. Let her just keep going. She's wind her up and let her go, folks. All right, well, that's our show. I'm Ken Scove. There she goes. I'm Ken Scove. Everybody wave goodbye. And we'll see this team again in 30 days. Not even 30 days, 28 days. 4 weeks from today, they'll be back again. You can watch all their shows. 6 p.m. Monday is what it's listed on our YouTube channel. LAC Comedy, our sister station's Mad Movies Online on YouTube, all the dub movies we used to do. I had a TV series, and there's our website.